Hello YouTube, Salivate Metal here, and we have reached a historic moment for the financial markets. The Dow Jones has reached above 20,000, and it's a milestone that it has reached for the first time in its history. Quite fascinating indeed. So we've seen a lot of upheaval with the stock market since the election, which has been known by some as affectionately known as the Trump effect. And now, as to how much truth there is to that, I believe there is some truth to it in the way that the markets react to uh, differing economic situations. And some of that, if they have a good feeling about where they think the markets will go, or where business or the economy will go, then the psychological effect is that they will react accordingly. But my view on the stock market really has not changed since before Trump was elected. I've always thought it was overinflated and still do. And though there may be some legitimacy to this rise in the markets, I believe that, like any bubble, it will eventually burst. What goes up must come down. And in this case, it seems that the market is reacting and increasingly stretching that balloon even further. And with that being said, what could happen down the road? If Trump does everything right in his policies, you know, um, I still think there's probably going to be some sort of economic downturn. Uh, of course, it won't be blamed on him or shouldn't be blamed on him, but nonetheless, he will certainly be blamed for it. And it's not just the Dow. People forget about the Wilshire. The Wilshire is an index that contains um, 5,000 companies, and it has gone up as well. So here's a 5 year. There's different year versions that are not working right now, but you can see that within the last year they've gone up here quite a lot, and it's at 24,070. I don't know what its record is, but nonetheless, it's quite fascinating indeed. And then we can see what does that mean for gold and silver? Well, gold and silver is now looks to be taking quite a dip here. Not a huge dip, but enough of a noticeable dip because of the markets. So people feeling comfortable. But nonetheless, I believe these prices would be much lower had it not be for the issue of China and the BRICS nations, and especially with China trying to distance itself further from the dollar, the renminbi, and of course, with the last October being a part of the breadbasket of currencies, sort of positions them as a fulcrum to move away from the dollar at a more aggressive rate. And I think we're seeing the effect of that, and it's reflecting itself in the precious metal prices, which is probably why we're not seeing gold and silver. Gold go below 1,000, or silver fall below $15 an ounce, or back to where it was. So we shall see. And then the question is, where are the buy and sell stops for the precious metals for the coming months here? And here we can see a chart that shows where the buy stops and the sell stops are for both gold and silver. Quite interesting and fascinating indeed as to where people will make their moves with the paper markets within the and the futures with the gold and silver. And of course, all of this is being talked about, and we watch these markets and know that manipulation will still take place throughout all of these numbers and the like. So we'll see where things go. But I just thought I'd share that with you. The Dow has reached its 20,000 mark, and to me, it doesn't matter because I own gold and silver, and they are my hedge. And if they go down in price, then that means I'll just buy more when I can, as long as I do it in a fiscally responsible way. When you purchase your metals, then it's all good. So the stock market can go to 25,000, it won't matter to me. Gold and silver can drop down to the all-time lows for all I care. To be honest with you, even if gold went down to $300 an ounce and silver went down to $5 an ounce, I'd be a buyer and I'd be bullish on those metals, because I believe that they are the ultimate hedge against economic instability. And of course, as we always, is an advice that I think we all should take note of, is that we should be saving cash as well as precious metals, in my opinion, or at least be able to liquidate in a manner from which, buy certain precious metals where you can liquidate easily if the need arises. So there it is. What are your thoughts about the markets today and where we are at the first few days of the Trump administration and its effect on the markets? Dow above 20,000. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for watching and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.